So guys, thanks so much for coming in. I'll say a quick hello. We've had Dark Lord Minute in here since the beginning. He tends to like to slide in and be first if he can, and he made it today. And we've got Jamie's Country Living, Big Valley Living, Mimi's Dishes was in here somewhere. I think I saw Mama Baird. Hey girl, I need to email you. We both got something exciting today, I think. And then Wendy Benjamin, welcome. Derek Fowler's in the house. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Homestead in the Woods with D. This is great. I'm so excited that everybody's getting the notifications and popping in. My Renaissance Grandma, welcome. I'm sure that I'll miss a lot of you. I'll try to say hello every once in a while, but
yeah. So you'll see a little link chain there on the name.
Yeah. That's okay. From your channel, right? Yeah. Yep. I got that part figured out on the first live I did. He's teaching me all these things. Like I had no idea that I needed to be watching another whole other screen. And so he's helping me out figuring all this stuff out. I tell you, I had to call him one day and he probably was just like, who are you, lady? And he pulled over on the side of the road and I'm like, help me figure out what to do. And he's like, sure, no problem. So
I was in my RV. I was driving down the highway, down my RV, and I get this call.
And he's like, who'd you get my number from?
Yeah, who told you about me? Who ratted me out?
Yeah. So I'm so glad you did because I've been having so much fun with StreamYard and learning all about it and all the neat things that you can do. I'm really excited with having that as part of my Wednesday nights. And I just did it for the live giveaways and stuff too. So it's really kind of a fun thing to get to play with. Oh, we've got a lot more people coming in. Peaceful Des, hello. Rushing Wind Mountain, T&J Homestead.
Teddy and Jessica.
I'll probably miss people, and I apologize if I do.
Good times.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. So usually what I like to do is just get to know my guest a little bit better, and I kind of ask the same questions to each of you just because they're fun things to know. Let's start out with, well, obviously we know your names. So let's start out with how you got your name. I think you do say it in the description on your YouTube channel, but go ahead and tell us briefly why you chose that name.
Well, when I was born, my mom was talking to my uncle and they couldn't come up with a name. So they just said, hey, we'll just call him Jesse.
Okay. No.
His name is Jesse. No, that's not what she meant.
She asked how did we get my name?
Oh, my channel name.
Oh, the channel name. Okay. That was actually pretty easy because we'd been asked to start a channel for quite some time and
as you pushed
it to a channel.
But who are the pushers? Just friends and family?
Tony and Joni from Creekside Maples. They asked me to be a moderator back when I didn't know anything about YouTube. Okay. And I guess they had enough trust in me to do it. But anyway, so they pushed. I was a moderator, and then they pushed and said, you guys need to start a channel, And we're fixing to retire anyway. I said, well, why not? And we are going to be facing lazier days ahead. Wait a minute, lazy days ahead. That's perfect name. Let's go with lazy. We're fixing to retire. It just rang a bell with us, lazy days ahead.
I love it.
Even though we're retired now, tomorrow is still going to be lazier than today,
Well, maybe on his side.
I was going to say, I'm glad to hear that you say that because so many times when people retire, they always say they're working harder now than they ever did before.
Oh, and I'm serious. We are working harder now than we were before. It's a different kind of stress, though. Because when I was working, I was stressed to the max. And then I remember the very first day that I retired, it was like a 100-pound weight just hit the ground. Boom. I was amazed how refreshing and how relieving it was to be retired.
And then it gets better because oh, I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. So it makes it so much nicer.
Yeah. So hello everybody in the chat that's joined us on our side. Thank you for dropping in to see Angela and the inquisitive Farmwife.
Yeah, so glad you're all here.
Well, that's how we got to.
Carolina says, bold of you to assume retirement is lazy. That's funny.
It's not.
Yeah.
We're still looking for that lazy day ahead. We haven't found
there
it yet.
you go. There you go.
It's
there
ahead.
you go.
It's not behind us. It's ahead.
They're waiting for those days to arrive. So, how long have you had a YouTube channel?
Okay, so I started a YouTube channel back in 2014, and I only did it for posterity purposes, so that when I made a video, I could put it on YouTube, or short, put it on YouTube and save it, because I'm terrible about remembering where I put videos or pictures and stuff. So I said, nah, I'm gonna start a YouTube. I did, and the inspiration behind doing that was we have a god niece in Oregon who's got what's it called? OI,
which is short for brittle bone disease.
So we recorded her. Yeah, we recorded her as a young child, and we wanted to save it. So that's why we started the YouTube page.
And that's the first couple of videos that are on, the oldest ones that are on our channel.
But after the pandemic, right, we're sitting here watching YouTube.
Sure.
Yeah, then I started, the channel after we were coaxed into it. And then I started doing that back in 2021. June of 2021.
So we just passed 2 years.
We just passed 2
So
years.
2 years is when you really started doing the content.
Correct.
Right.
When we started doing it as a channel and not just, because you can start a YouTube channel and put all your information and not do nothing with it, right?
Sure. That was kind of me. I was thinking it was 4 years ago, but at this point, it's actually almost 6 years ago because it used to be you had to have a channel to like comment, and I wanted to be part of the community. And so some of the channels I was watching, I wanted to be able to say things, or sometimes they would have, my brain can't even think right now, but like response video type things where they'd say, hey, what do you think of this? I want to hear, send us a video or whatever. And so I would do a few of those kind of things just for fun, just to be part of the group, you might say. Right. And I just started doing the content like year and a half, not quite 2 years ago. So I think I'm finding a lot of people do that. They don't all just jump right in and start making content.
Well, like I said, the pandemic made it easier for us to do something because we couldn't go out, we couldn't do anything. We're locked down. I wasn't even I was working from home, so it made it that much easier. So I think we probably started about the same time then.
Now I have to find where the Hey Ruby is so that I can take that back off. If I tap on another comment, will it get rid of it automatically?
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
So somebody in there, Tamara and David, asked what your channel is about. So some of the ones that I think that came in on our side don't know.
Sure. My name is Angela, and I call myself the Inquisitive Farmwife because I am a very, curious person. I started blogging years ago until I couldn't get my computer to play nice anymore. And so you had to come up with a name. And I'm like, well, I'm a farm wife. I'm always going to be a farm wife. That's where, our life is right now. But how do I tell people that I'm not just a farm wife? Like I like to do crafts and canning and, maybe a little bit of traveling and whatever I do. So I'm like, well, I'm an inquisitive person, and I love to learn and I love to share my knowledge. So that's kind of what my channel is. A lot of farm stuff, but mostly cooking lately, just because that's just kind of where things have led with being in collaborations and stuff. But you never know what I'm going to be up to. And that's what I always told people when they would come to farmers market. They'd be like, you're making cheese now, or you're doing this now. I've been watching you. And I'm like, you never know what I'm going to do. So, yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured that the inquisitive part was because you were always trying to figure out what everybody else is doing.
Well, maybe I'm a little snoopy too, I suppose.
No. But to answer one of the persons in the chat, they're asking how much time for the cruise. It's 774 days.
Yeah.
So who's counting?
Yeah. And I'm sure that all of y'all that watch him get to see the sorry, I thought there was a spot on there, and now I've made a mess of it.
No, that's just my face. That's just my face.
I love getting on your lives and seeing the excitement about all the people. And it sounds like you still have some spots open if people are wanting to join.
There's a whole boat full. Remember, that boat will hold 4,000 passengers.
I just think this is unreal. I've been on one cruise and it was to Alaska. And so if no one has been to Alaska, it's gorgeous and it's a wonderful opportunity.
Yes.
And being on a cruise.
There you go, folks. Our advertisements right here in front of us.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's been so
I loved it. I would love to go. Well, if we could, I'd probably go back there again. But I mean, I don't even hardly leave the farm as it is, let alone take a cruise. Would be very difficult to leave the animals when you're milking every day. But oh man, it was beautiful. We went in June. I don't remember what time of year you're going.
We're going in August, but the last time we went, it was like in May or June.
We went in 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
May or June. I want to say May.
I think I must have went in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's when I went because I had my son in 2004 and he was my little gift.
That's back when the Alaska mountains were a little bit lower. They're a lot higher now.
Are they? Well, maybe so. I just remember the Borealis or whatever it's called. And
the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. And there's
I'm telling you, folks.
But being on the cruise, I mean, that all day buffet, you could sleep in and eat when you want, and drink when you want.
All night. There's
hot cocoa on the deck. Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I can't wait.
So we're looking forward to it. Yes. In fact, it'll be our 42nd anniversary. 42 years.
Wow. That's so
42 years, August 15th of that year.
Crazy. And I'm only 29.
Yep. And we've never had a fight.
That I didn't win.
Well, it's not till 2025. So I guess maybe we can all try to shuffle our schedules just a little bit to try to make it work. So
yeah, you could.
How amazing to have like-minded people, a boat full. I mean, I went with a group.
So right now we're close to 30 rooms booked, about 60 people. There's plus or minus a couple, but roughly 60 people, all YouTubers. So can you imagine a whole boat full of YouTubers and people that you know or are familiar with from these chats? I mean, for example, you got Dink and Tank, which is Dave and Tamara, Brenda, Cora Phelps, Peaceful Des. Imagine all these folks that you see on your chat on the boat. Okay, unless they know something that nobody else should know.
Yeah.
Then you might not want them there on the boat with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the Gillens, you got the Flip Flop Farmer. Yeah. You know, they're going.
Are they all going? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. JB Conway. Just think of all the folks you get to meet on the cruise.
Now, do you have some of your Canadian friends going?
Canadians, you got Scott from Ramming with the Brums. He's the co-host.
I was thinking that he was in on it with you.
Right. Yeah. So he's the captain. I'm the cruise director.
Okay.
Creekside Maples.
They're going.
Who else? We got Fisherman 506. They're from Canada.
Lee and Carolyn, they're going.
Lee and Carolyn, yeah. Who else? Maybe if we can talk Melody and Ryan from My Wild Home, maybe they'll join. But you know, there's still a long time between now and then. But we did it 2 years in advance, so that people can prepare themselves. Yeah. Like you, who has a farm, you may have to get somebody to come and milk the cows and do the chicken. You know, that takes time. Yeah. You just don't call your mom and say, "Hey, watch the farm while I'm gone for 7 days," you know, or 10 days, whatever. Yeah. So
for sure. Well, my husband, he loved it because it didn't matter what time of day it is. If one place shut down, another one was going. I mean, you could go and have entertainment and just
round the clock
all night long. Yeah.
The people are so nice. I mean, they're there to be nice to you, to entertain you and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be a great time. I'm excited for y'all.
Forward to it, yeah. Butler Family Farm, they're going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Jerry and Susan. So
wonderful. Have we said hello to everyone at Canadian Family Live?
Probably not.
Oh, Tiffany.
Homesteading the
Virginia,
Woods with you.
Alexander, Cora Phelps. Oh, there's so many people. I apologize if we miss you. We're not doing it on purpose. We're just so excited to see you all and visit. Let's find out some more about you.
Grayson Fire, Glenda's.
Oh, Glenda
Oh,
Grayson
Glenda
Fire,
made it
yeah.
in. Hey,
Yeah.
girl, I was catching up on some of your videos, and I was watching it actually as they popped in. So I'm trying to keep up with all my friends and
It's
watch
hard.
all their shows. Yeah. It is because I've made so many wonderful friends. Well, tell me a little bit about your channel and what some of your goals are and what kind of content do you like to share with people?
Okay, so honestly, you want to
No,
say?
go ahead.
So when we started the channel, remember we started it basically because we were retired. We purchased an RV and we plan on doing more traveling, right? But you know, when the price of diesel went sky high, we said, "Whoa, hold up, Nelly." You know, we've kind of put a quietus on that. We'll travel, you know, within the state or something, but long-term trips or long distance trips are kind of few and far between right now.
Sure.
But we do plan on doing more traveling with the RV. The other thing is you know, we're retired. We want to do whatever we want to do. Every day is Saturday for us. You know,
that's awesome.
It does every day is Saturday, or every day is Sunday, whatever day you want it to be. And so our channel is about doing whatever we want to do as a retired couple. You know, and Lisa likes to can. She likes to cook. So, you know, hey, let's put it on. Let's do a video of it, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else would want to see it. Like the jarred up July that you just finished doing. In fact, that pumpkin looks, now I know where I get my pumpkin for this Thanksgiving.
There you go.
I know who's got a lot of it.
Yeah. You know how that was? I had kind of forgotten about a pumpkin that I had, and I thought, I don't even know if it'll be any good. And I was anticipating almost a pink colored flesh from it, and it wasn't. And it was the thickest pumpkin puree I have ever had, ever. Like even more than a pumpkin pie pumpkin.
It looked really nice.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
And then she freeze dried it to boot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like, I have an abundance of milk and eggs right now. What am I going to do? Pumpkin pie.
Right. Those were little bitty eggs. Were those quail eggs?
Guinea eggs.
Guinea eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
They were smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. So I used the sink looked really full, you know. I think I ended up getting like 11 pies out of that one pumpkin.
Wow.
It was massive. Yeah, but it was great.
If you need a pumpkin pie this Thanksgiving, give me a call.
Yeah.
Give me a call. I know a gal.
You know
somebody. A gal. But we're talking about pumpkin pie in a jar. Everything's in the jar. It's already ready to go. All you got to do is pour it out and make it. Put it in your.
Add the water, but you know what? If I think by the time I make another pie, I'm drying off my cows now, and I'll probably be back into cow's milk again. We're doing goat's milk now. I'm thinking about using that milk, like maybe the skimmed milk, if I make butter to reconstitute.
That was an excellent idea. I would use the milk instead of water. Yeah. Think about how much creamier and richer it's going to be.
Yeah. I'm excited to try that. I just did water before, but I'm like, milk, yeah.
Yeah, and if you eat that pie, it'll move you.
Maybe I should need to save the cream off of it to make that whipped topping, because you did make a comment. Where's the crust and topping?
Yeah, I just got to tell you, I'm old fashioned. I'm old school. I got to have a crust, and I got to have whipped cream on top of that.
He was, because I was listening to it as he was watching it.
Crustless.
He goes, what?
No, crustless.
Gotta have a crust.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I grew up on, my mom went through a Weight Watcher phase, you know, and so you did the crustless pumpkin a lot. And so we had that and we enjoyed it. So, it's not too foreign to me. And my dad's diabetic. And so, you know, you cut those carbs where you can, but I'm sure that to some people, like poor Jesse, thought, what are you doing?
That's sacrilegious there. I mean, that's like, no.
Yeah. And I'm like you. I like that whipped topping. And we always at Thanksgiving would have the cans, you know, and us kids loved to get to squirt the aerosol can on top. Oh, yeah.
Put it in your mouth and do it.
Oh, of course.
Who doesn't break off the crust and eat that last? You want that last. You can use that to swipe up the bowl.
There you go.
Plate with the crust. And it just.
I ruined it for you. The video was good until that moment.
Oh, it was perfect until what? Crustless
Yeah.
with cream.
You're done. You're done.
No,
You're done.
oh, it was all right. It was good.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you came out with the pumpkin because our son brought home 3 pumpkins from a guy that he was working with.
Oh,
And
nice.
I've been looking at things. We don't have a freeze dryer, but I think
You
I'm
can
going
probably
to
dehydrate.
Well, I think I'm going to can it, and
Yeah,
then
well,
that way, it'll be.
ready.
Then when I can puree it when I get ready to make a pumpkin pie.
Right. That's the way I did it for years. I would always just cube it and put it with water. And
How do you,
I
but how
have,
do you dehydrate it? You just as it in chunks, or you have to make
I
it
would
like
probably
like,
go ahead
make
and
it like a
puree
paste?
it and spread it out like you would fruit leather, you know?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And
not in chunks, but in the pureed.
I would,
yeah.
and then powder it, yeah.
It would take too long if it was
Probably.
in chunks. Yeah.
I would think
Yeah.
so too. Yeah.
And the texture might not be as nice reconstituted. I still have a big dehydrator that I use. I love my dehydrator. There's some things that, you just prefer, like my corn. I prefer it frozen, and certain ways you like things. So, well, I want to know more about you
Okay.
guys. So are you
That's
in
the
any
way.
collaborations right now?
So we just did the Jam It Up June, and then we did our Jam It Up July the other day.
Jarred Up July.
Jarred Up
which
July.
comes out tomorrow morning.
Comes out tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ironically.
yay.
Tomorrow morning at 5:30, when you wake up to go to work, you'll be able to watch the video on the way to work.
So do you ever do premieres when you put your videos out?
No, I don't. Nothing against premieres. I just, I don't. No, I don't like premieres. I mean, not that I don't like watching them. I've never had any luck with premieres because it's not the same as because you're in the deal, and it's like a chat, but it's just not the same for me. I'd rather have the comments.
Yeah.
People put the comments because nobody's going to read a chat replay. I don't think nobody reads chat replays, but they'll read all the comments. You'll go in there and you'll read different comments.
You do lose that. It's not there. They have to search for it if they want it. So I see what you're saying.
Right, because once the premiere's over, you may have 2 or 3 comments, and that's it.
Yeah, you're right. Because I've done that before, and I learned that if I'm in a collaboration, that I need to not, because all the comments that people were making didn't go towards like the drawing for prizes.
Correct.
Because it wasn't in the same place. So I learned that lesson. But it is sometimes fun to do premieres too, just because I'm so inquisitive. I have to try new things.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing against those who do premieres. That's fine. But I'd much rather have people comment on my video rather than watch the comments in a chat, like today, like in a live chat.
Yeah, I get that totally.
Yeah.
So we'll have one coming out next August.
In August, we're going to be with the air fryer.
Yes.
August.
So I have not officially made the official announcement. So
y'all, you asked us.
Let's roll right into that and see if I can get this to pop up. Boom.
Boom. There you go.
There it is, guys.
Yeah, some lady asked us to be in it. So.
Yes, and I'm so excited. I don't have my calendar in front of me. Isn't that terrible as a host? But I believe that you are one of the first Fridays.
Yes.
So we're gonna pull that right back up again, and it says Air Fryer August, food, fun, and if y'all get the pun there, Fridays.
Fridays, yeah.
And I did that because I have myself, along with a few other YouTube friends, are going to be posting a video every Friday for the month of August.
For Friday.
A Friday. Food Fun Friday. So you don't have to watch every single day or whatever. Just every Friday, boom, there'll be videos there for you. But this is my first time to ever do kind of a semi-open collaboration because I do technically have friends scheduled, but I wanted to open it up for other people that if they've never been a part of a collaboration or they've never put up a video, to maybe be encouraged, if you like to air fry, to put up your own video. And all you have to do is tag me and then put the hashtag Air Fryer August, and I'll add you to the playlist. So I hope that people will join in and have fun with that, because it's a great way to meet new friends, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's how I ran into you guys, was through a collaboration
Yeah, probably through
last
Mennonite.
fall.
Probably
Huh?
through Mennonite.
Either
Probably to Leanne over at Mennonite.
Could have been
Probably.
through
Yeah.
Leanne, or I met
Or
so
Tony.
many people through Tony's well, it wasn't just Tony, but
Janet,
last fall
yeah.
we did that
Oh, the last
chance kickoff or whatever. There were so many. I was introduced to several different channels that way too.
They
So,
probably won't have that anymore because that last year was the last chance they did that.
yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
was.
No, then we got
September.
September. We got September. That's
Yeah.
Leanne, Mennonite
Mhm.
September. October we have. Isn't it Croctober? No, Croctober. No, it's the other one. That's November.
November.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything in October.
Yeah, we may not have anything in October, but there's October, which is Croctober. Then November is Dovember, and also the
But
other.
we're not in those.
No, we're not
two,
in those.
yeah. Ours is just August
And then
September.
December, I think they have the CNC Farm has her cookies.
Yeah.
She did last year, so she'll probably have it again this year.
Well, I'll have to get a hold of you if you're into making dips. My very first collaboration was called Dipcember. And so
She puts out a really good dill dip. Oh,
well,
and
there
then-
we go. I don't even know if we had a dill dip last year.
Well, and then the video she puts out tomorrow is a salsa. So you can't get no better dip than salsa. Who doesn't like salsa as a dip?
My husband's real picky on his salsas. And so I'll be watching so I can learn your salsa recipe, because
So hers is called a fresh vegetable salsa.
Ooh.
Only made in Texas, I'm telling you.
So you guys have red tomatoes on the vine, or did you have to go get some?
Well, I had to buy it.
Yeah, we went and bought. She likes to buy the aromas for salsa because they have more meat as opposed to the inside, the squiggly stuff.
We originally were going to do something else for the jarred up, but we something was said about a salsa.
Last Thursday.
Jesse
Bland's Promised Land Ranch.
Said mine was good, and so she said, "Well, do you have a video?" And I was like, "Well, no. So let's do it." So
we said, let's do a video. Let's do it. Let's jar it up with some salsa.
So we did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing that tomorrow then.
Yeah. So it'll be up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you guys haven't watched the Inquisitive Farmwife's video, hers came out 2 days ago? Yeah, I think it came out
Monday.
2 days ago.
That's all I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
The last few days have been a whirlwind, I tell you.
Yeah.
Surprised the dogs aren't barking more. We've got planes flying all over everywhere. There must be a lot of crop dusters wanting to get out and do stuff because we've been scattering between storms, Yeah. And so if the dogs start barking and going crazy, I'll mute and you'll have to entertain everybody. But we just had a huge delivery of hay. And so they can't see as much now.
I got you. Block review.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of nice, but yet it's not, because then it's all right. The farmer will be moving it all around again anyway, so then we'll get back to our view.
Deborah, Joyfully Orange. Yeah, watch the video, and I canned it also.
Oh yeah, because that's her jarred up, so she canned the salsa.
I made it and I canned it. Yeah,
she canned a lot. So.
Well, I missed it.
Awesome.
Someone said they have a Dutch oven. So was that about the air fryer?
Well, it might be for Croctober, maybe.
Or maybe for Croctober.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fry like as in deep fat fry. Because a Dutch oven, you could deep fat fry maybe. So it's the air fryer we're doing.
Air fryer.
Yeah,
and the reason I came up with it is because it's the perfect time of year. People are really busy with their gardens. School's starting back up, whether you're public or homeschool. And it's so hot still in a lot of the area. And you don't want to turn on your oven. And I honestly am terrible. I don't have a ton of recipes. And I want to learn more. So I'm excited to see what everyone does.
Yeah.
And even if we have 5 people do zucchini fries, they might do it 5 different ways. They might use different seasonings or cheeses so this will be fun.
But if you do, folks, if you go out there and buy an air fryer, trust me, the easiest thing to air fry is air. I'm just letting you know now, folks. It's
Yeah.
the easiest thing to fry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man. Let's see.
Creekside, Tony.
What
just
are
talking
your
about you, Tony.
what are your goals for your channel in the future?
Oh, I plan to get to 1 million views, 1 million subscribers, like within the next 6 months. That's my goal. I may not get it, but that's my goal.
You got to have good goals. You got to have big goals, right?
Okay, why not 2 million? I guess if I can ask for 1 million, why not 2 million?
That's right. That's right.
20,000 first.
I don't know way I want to get 1 million. No, I'm happy. You know, we're doing the channel not for business reasons. We're not doing the channel for money. We're not doing it for that. We're doing it for fun. So really, we don't have no real pressure or goals to try to get to a certain stature, to a certain number. It's all for fun. It really is. It's all for fun.
Yeah.
We've met some great people, and it's just we've made lasting friendships and family.
It is amazing how that kind of happens. I wasn't really expecting it either, but I've got a couple of ladies that I talk to real often that I'm real close with, and I would have never guessed that someone in hours and hours away from me that I'd never met before could become a good friend like that.
Right. And that has the same interests that you have, and have the same goals. They may have the same interests. Just the same things you're going through that they're going through. So it's weird how, wow, it seems like you're my sister, but you're not. And it's amazing how many people, and that's why we do it. We do it because of the relationships and the people we meet and the fun. Not to say that I'm not going to try and do good, make my channel better. Yes, I'm going to always try and put out good videos, put content. And if the subs come, so be it. But it's not really about subs anymore. It's about views. You want people to watch your stuff. No sense in putting a video out there if people aren't going to watch it.
Right.
But without YouTube, without the pandemic, without YouTube, we wouldn't have, none of us would know each other. And then we've got friends in Australia, Canada, the Philippines, Burt Windows from the Philippines. And
it's almost to a point,
amazing.
It's almost to a point where you could drive to just about every state and meet somebody that from YouTube.
From YouTube,
That's pretty cool.
In almost every major city in every state, you can go to Georgia and meet somebody. You can go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. We know somebody from every state just about.
That is so cool.
Yep. And to know that you can meet up and say, hey, let's have coffee or let's have a lunch or something. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Whereas
you have RV, we'll travel.
Exactly. Have RV, I'll travel as long as you buy my diesel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would not. None of us would know each other. We would never,
So you think that the pandemic, were you making friends and it just kind of boosted that for you?
No, before that we were all I did. I was
Yeah.
working. All I did was watch YouTube for how to do something. If something broke or I needed something, that's all I did. I wasn't doing it for the relationship reasons. I was looking at it to figure out how to do stuff, learn how to do stuff. Because YouTube is just a wealth of knowledge. Wealth of ideas. People think out of the box all the time in YouTube.
Yes.
And it's a good thing. So, we learn, and it basically it's a class it's a video class is what it is.
Yes.
You're learning something from somebody.
It's a virtual classroom where we're all learning together.
Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse was the one that got me into canning.
That was her inspiration for why I started canning.
And then soon after we started watching her, we went to the DAV thrift store, and there's a 1972 model pressure canner for what, $35?
It was like $35, and online used it was close to $300.
Oh man!
So I bought it, and
I love it.
She loves it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. So you do pressure canning too, not just water bath.
Right.
Correct. Yes.
Good.
Pork, chicken, beef.
I don't know if you can see behind her. Our kitchen is way behind her over there. So when she would do the pressure canning, at first she would put it on and she would run over here by me.
Well, not that far away.
Thinking it was going to blow up.
I don't think you're the only one. I'll never forget my good friend Carmen and I. The first time we learned to pressure can, we were self-taught. I mean, we'd seen it done. We grew up hearing the noises in the background, but we were married with kids, and I went over to her house and I don't even remember what it was. Green beans, maybe. I don't know. We'll say green beans. And we went over to her grandma's house and she had, boxes of jars and her old canner. And she said, have at it, girls, do what you want. We hid behind her bar. You'd hear it doing its thing. And we were like waiting to see, because actually, unfortunately, in my community, my hometown community, a woman it wasn't canning, but she was pressure cooking with a large pressure cooker, making a meal for our community. She did that for years and it exploded on her and she later passed. So we did have reason to be fearful.
Yeah, I can understand it. So I have a chicken bone to pick with you.
Okay.
So we went to Kentucky last year. All the way to, and I can't remember the town now, but we went to Kentucky, and when we were in Kentucky, not once did we find a Kentucky Fried Chicken. We got to our hotel, and right next to our hotel was Kentucky Fried Chicken, boarded up. Not a single. Yeah,
what?
There wasn't a single. Yeah, it was boarded up, closed. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm thinking, what does that say for their chicken when Kentucky doesn't even have a
Kentuckians don't eat it?
That tells me a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And you're from Kentucky, right?
Kansas.
Oh, you're from Kansas. Okay,
yeah.
I think you're from Kentucky. Okay.
You had the K's.
But you know what? I had the K's, right. But you know what? That really was disappointing for me. We get all the way to Kentucky and all the way through till we got to our town that we were going to, and I can't remember the name of the town now. It was at a meetup. Not a single Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's crazy.
It was terrible. I was heartbroken. I was looking forward to getting some original old-fashioned Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's like going to Missouri and looking for barbecue and it's all boarded up. Can't get no good Missouri barbecue or Texas barbecue or, watermelons from Hempstead, Texas. If you go to Hempstead, Texas, that's the watermelon capital right there. And you go to Hempstead and there's no watermelons.
Something's wrong.
So my bad. I thought you were from Kentucky. I don't know why.
That's okay. You just got your K's mixed up. You were close. You were close.
We have KFC here. We've got
we got a ton of them.
Like
they all
a minute away.
I think they all left Kentucky because they were paying too much for chickens up there, so they came down. Yeah.
Evidently. Because Kentucky, we wanted to look for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And I'm an old fashioned realist. I'm the old fashioned original recipe. All the crispy and the hot one. No, I just want the original Kentucky Fried.
Oh, I
13 herbs and spices, original.
Yep. Well, my husband doesn't eat chicken, and so I know, right? And so I love getting chicken when I go out. I know. It was an adjustment when I got married to have to learn to cook with beef. And he's gotten better about eating beef, but it used to be just hamburger. So it was like tacos every night. He could live on tacos. So that, because he doesn't do fish. Yeah. And so, and I don't usually eat pork. So yeah, it was, he likes his bacon. That's about it. Like, not a pork chop or anything. Yeah. So that was an interesting thing to get through, but he will eat a roast now and some steaks, but the chicken, I don't know if he's allergic maybe. Because one time I kind of tricked him.
What's his
it's a texture thing.
Pardon the pun, but what's his beef against chicken?
I know, right? Yeah. It's a texture thing. Like his mouth all dries up and he almost chokes. And so, because I tricked him one time and I put some in there, I'm like, I want to know.
Well, has he ever eaten alligator? Tastes like chicken.
Doubt it. I doubt he's ever had alligator. I don't think he's ever been to like Louisiana or anything. I'm sure I have. I went as a kid, but Yeah.
Toxin.
Turkey's worse than chicken for him. So I kind of wonder if it's an allergy thing. So I don't know.
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome in My Wild Home, the Stock Explorer. We got a whole bunch of them coming in.
We have
here.
so many people that have popped in.
The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Susan, welcome in.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see her.
Laura Phelps.
She's like me. She's close to monetization.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, right?
Mm-hmm. Susan, yeah, she just got her. Yeah. No, she just got her.
She's got her numbers, not her watch hours.
She got her 1K. She don't have the watch hours.
Okay. That's where I am too. Yep. I get close and then it goes back down. That's okay.
Yeah, it's always peeling off the other end of the year.
Oh, right? Yeah. And that's okay because I'm like you. I just want it to come organically and it'll happen when it happens. So that's another question. How long did it take you to get to that monetization level? Now, whether or not you choose to be monetized,
it was about a year. About a year because we got it. Actually, we were like 1,600 hours, and we took a 7-hour trip to Alabama. And
we went to Kentucky, but through Alabama.
It was about 7 hours from here to Alabama. And we went live the whole time. We were live. We were live all the way there and all the way back. And then while we were there. When I got back from Kentucky, we had our 4,000 hours.
Yeah, I guess so.
We did a lot of watch hours during that trip and during the meetup.
So you think that was like pandemic time? Do you think people were
last year?
Last year. Yeah.
Oh, last year. Okay. Because I was going to say, I bet people enjoyed, because we didn't get out for a while.
Last year, September? Isn't it September? Yeah, because
October. Was it October?
No, September, because it's the same time that there's going to be the Pedals from the Past meetup this year. September 9th, it's Pedals from the Past in Alabama. At Jemison, Alabama. We'll be there. So if you're anywhere near Jemison, Alabama, look us up because we need someplace to stay and we need coffee. We need someplace to eat.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting on the side of the road somewhere.
Help the poor people out.
Hook a brother up. Can you hook a brother up? No.
We'll work for bacon.
Yeah. My dog is little. He just eats little bitty treats. So, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
No, but so it was about September, October timeframe last year when we
hit our monetization.
And we hit monetization and our 1,000 right about the same month.
Very cool.
It worked close. Out. It worked out perfect. So,
looky here.
What's that?
Jerry says he will buy you some coffee.
You all right, Jerry? I don't care what Scott says about you. You're a good man. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
And you can bring me some KFC while you're at it.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he'll buy Toby a steak.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dale, you may have them at your back door if you say things like that.
Yep.
They'll be expecting a delicious meal. Yeah.
No, but so the Pedals from the Past is a meetup, and Cog Hill is a featured guest there. There's a bunch of others, but Cog Hill Farms is going to be their featured guest. And it's some kind of, when I say pedals, it's like a nursery, a huge nursery that they have this at.
That's where that name came from. I'm like, Pedals of the Past sounds so familiar. Cog Hill, they work with them a lot. They're on their videos. He goes there and gets a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So we're going with the truck empty. Yeah. So we're probably going to have plants from the past coming back to Texas.
That would be great. That's awesome. Didn't they come and help them figure out what they wanted to do for their orchard and stuff, or was that a different? Maybe that.
No, they may have. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't follow Pedals from the Past very.
Well, I met Jason and yeah.
His wife, from Cog. No, I don't know.
I'm like I said, all my friends and all the people I like to watch, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everybody. So I get it all kind of jumbled there sometimes.
So I'm hoping to see Creekside Maples there at Alabama, My Wild Home from British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Who else is in Canada? Scott, rambling from the hey, if I can drive 7 hours, they can drive 70 hours.
Yeah. Come on. Get with it.
No.
And stop along the way, and Dale's gonna serve you all barbecue.
And Dale, I may have to. And I'll bring my overalls just to make sure when in Rome.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, we have a place to stay. We're staying at the.
Yeah, we'll be staying in
the Inn
Clanton.
Clanton.
Clanton, yeah, the Inn at Clanton, Alabama. So.
Well, now your secrets are all out. I mean, people are going to be able to.
That's all right.
No excuses.
If they come find me. Yeah, we'll come over to your house and you can feed us. And
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
But we will have Toby with us, so you have to have some treats.
Well, I did see someone say they would buy Toby a steak, but I missed it.
Yeah,
Miss Gillen Farm. She said, "Can you and Lisa pick me up in Oklahoma? I'll help Lisa pick out flowers."
There you go.
Trust me, I don't need no help with that, Christine. I don't need no help. She picks out enough for me.
Well, I need help carrying them then.
Oh, but no. So that's what's been going on with us. The meetups, and we're hoping. We're hoping to go to Canada, hopefully before the 2025.
Yeah, we would like to.
We'd like to go to Canada before the 2025 cruise trip. So, but
now didn't they have their first ever Canadian Homesteaders conference?
I think so, because Scott went to one, and that's one of the one, and then Thorhaven Farms, they went. Scott went. There was a few of them. It was up there near, I guess, Ottawa, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't remember for sure where it was.
There was one.
I know that they got 4 jars to help sponsor it because they're going to be in Canada now.
Yep.
So, yeah, I remember hearing about it, and I thought that was exciting. I couldn't believe they'd never had one before. So maybe you could make it up to the one next year if they have it again, or the 24. Yeah, because that'd be 24.
Yeah, we're 23, 24, and 25 will be here that much quicker. But I'd like to go to Canada sometime in 24 if I could.
So did you like going to the meetups?
I did. We just went to the one. We went to the one in Oklahoma, which was an awesome Lake Tenkiller. It was an awesome meetup. Met a lot of people
it was.
But we had to leave early because my mom she fell ill, and then she subsequently passed away in May. So it was a good thing we did make it because we were able to see her one last time.
That's great.
Pretty much, basically coherent. On that Sunday when we got back, and then after that it was downhill from there. But no, it was the meetups were awesome. Didn't
you have some vehicle troubles and people jumped in?
I did. So when we were, it took us like 2 hours to set up our booth. 2.5 hours we were setting it up.
We were going to host.
We were going to do the fishing
contest.
The fishing contest. We were going to be hosting that. And then I got the call from the folks from the hospital, or what do you call it? Not the hospital,
hospice.
The hospice folks called and said that I need to get home. It was imperative that I got home. Okay, so we did, and then I told Terry and Mike that I'm going to have to break down and leave, and that was it. I was just we have to leave, Mom, because Mom's she's not.
She needs you.
Yeah, she needs me. So. And then about 5 minutes later, there's a whole rush of people running over to our booth. It took them like less than 10 minutes to get everything packed up and put on the truck and sent over to our RV. 10 minutes, which tells me that they wanted to get us out of there quick. Y'all get out of here. So, because nobody helped us set up, but they want to sure help us get out of there. But no, so then we get to the RV, and I'm fired up. I mean, I'm just, I'm on edge, right? Because of the call. But something happened, God said, wait a minute, you're too hyper right now. We're gonna slow you down. And he did. I went to go lower my lifters, the lifters that level the RV. I went to raise them or to put them back in position, and they went the other way. They went up, and my RV was up on all 4 wheels were up off the ground.
Oh, it was scary. We were sitting inside, and it's like, we're going higher. We shouldn't be going higher.
And I couldn't figure out what was going on. I couldn't reverse it. I couldn't put it in manual. It wouldn't override or anything. So there was so many people at the event there. Probably 6 or 7 of them came over that knew about hydraulics and all that stuff, and they helped me get everything put back in order and stuff. About an hour it took. but it was a bunch of them from the meetup that helped us get back on the road. Had it not been for those folks, we wouldn't have made it in time. I couldn't name them all, but it was like Drew and Lindsay, and then it had Let's Trade Paint, Sean, and then we had Wiley from Working with Wiley. We had Terry from just Terry Does Stuff. We had Danny from Danny Days Homestead. We had Brenda from Freedom Redbird. Our Cabin in the Woods, Tony. Then we had a neighbor, which is not quite right ranch. Her name was Michelle. She was out there helping, believe it or not. So we had a lot of people helping us get on the road. And it hadn't been for those folks jumping in and doing what they, and Sherman from, Josh from Sherman Family Farms. All those folks just jumped in and said, Jesse, we'll take care of it. We got you. And they were out there just running around with like chickens with their heads cut off and hit the button. Finally, about an hour later, they got us back on the road. And like I said, it was amazing. And God did his work that day. And we were able to get on the road.
It goes to kind of show what kind of community that you found yourself surrounded in and why you do love going to these meetups, because they're great people to be with. So,
yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why we don't have 50 acres or anything. We don't homestead like in the homestead. You would think a homestead is, but we've joined this community and they've accepted us just, being the suburbanites that we are. We do homestead in the sense of we prepare, we have can, we thrift,
hydroponics growing.
We have a little garden.
Bags.
We do our version of homesteading, if you will.
I don't think there's a set rule on what it has to mean.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, but when you think of a homesteader, you think of the farmer, you think of the guy that has the tractor and he's got a barn full of hay and he's feeding cows. And that's what you think of when you think of homesteaders, right? You don't think of the ones living in the neighborhood south of Houston, 5 million people.
See, no, I'm kind of on the opposite spectrum of that, to be honest. I mean, not to be controversial here. I'm not meaning that, but I grew up a farmer's daughter. So this was like a way of life in our community. Everybody just kind of does this. And so when I learned about homesteading, I was intrigued by the people that were doing backyard gardening. That's what I thought, more of homesteading was, the people who, for example, You Can't Eat the Grass. I don't know if you've ever heard of that channel where they quite literally didn't have a yard. They had a garden. And that was how they started. It's different now. They actually are flower gardeners. But to me, that's what homesteaders were the people that were trying to learn to do old ways.
Right.
And so I find that interesting how many times I've heard this now that, I don't have animals, but I like to I like to do these things. Well, to me, I'm thinking, well, you are, that's what I think a homesteader is just someone who's learning.
And I'm just an old guy trying to do the things.
Yeah.
Whether it's the old way or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, like I said, they've accepted us in the community and we love them. I mean, we try to give back where we can. We love participating in, giveaways, collaborations. We just haven't, like I said, we're just having fun with it. If you're not going to have fun with it, why do it? That's the way I look at it.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, I could be doing something else like making pumpkin or something, than sitting here, doing YouTube.
Well, and the way the world's going and everything's, you can't help but prepare. Get, stock your shelves. You it's something that I think everybody needs to do.
Yeah. You got to have a pantry ready to go because we could lose power for the next 30 days. Really, we could lose power. And if you don't have something to I don't even rely on freezer space because like I said, if you lose power, that freezer stuff's gone.
You know what? If we lose power, you have a lot of work ahead of you is the way I look at it. If you only have a freezer, because you got to preserve that somehow.
Right.
And so you're either going to start cooking it up on your grills or whatever you have to do, but that's work. And so I don't want 10
Yeah.
freezers full of work if
Right.
something happens. So that's why I do all the ways of preservation. I freeze, I dehydrate, I whatever, you know?
Right.
So now you guys don't have chickens or anything, right?
No.
I didn't think so.
No,
I was
we
going
don't.
to ask you if you ever did water glassing.
Well,
That's
we
one
get-
thing I haven't done.
But we get our we get farm eggs. We get farm raised eggs from a local farmer here in Alvin, Texas, south
That's
of us.
great.
And yeah, we love them. I mean, the kind that you keep on your shelf, you know, for months on end.
Yep. Yep.
And then we also have another one called Hens Kins, which is or Kins Hens. Kins Hens has eggs that they have like 300,000 acres. 30,000 acres. And
30,000 chickens on 300 acres.
Yeah, 30,000
Something
chickens
like
on 300
There
acres.
you go.
And they move them around and they sell their eggs to a big grocery chain down here called
Very
Kroger.
cool.
But they have to wash them. So
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
But what we like to do from them is we go get their misfits. So you can get a big 30 crate of misfits for $11, $10.
Yeah,
And
because
then
they
the
have to
big
grade
ones
them to sell them in the
and
store,
little
probably.
ones and- yeah.
Yeah, some of them are big. Some have 3 yolks, 2 yolks. Some of them
Oh, yeah.
have
Not
extra
pretty.
calcium. They're
Yeah.
not pretty. They're just not the pretty white eggs like you would want in a grocery store.
I see. To me, that's ugly. I get different breeds of chickens just because I want green and brown and white and tan and all the colors. I just think that's pretty. But that's just me.
I didn't have to color my eggs for Easter.
There you
A
go.
lot of the different colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we do take advantage of that. We
Mhm.
love farm raised eggs, you know, and we'll try to preserve our food as much as we can by canning, by dehydrating, by smoking, whatever we can do to preserve food, we will.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
You know, we have hurricanes down here. Well, tornadoes too, but hurricanes more often. But yeah, if we lose power, there goes your electricity. We do have a gas stove, so we can still cook, but eventually we would lose everything that's in the refrigerated stuff.
Yeah. Well, we only have just a few minutes left. That hour just kind of flew by. I here in the chat, I'm going to post a link. I always encourage everyone, once they get done watching here, to follow me over to Big Valley Living, which, let's see here. I have a picture of, there is what their channel looks like. And if you go to the link, it'll just take you right to the actual live that'll be starting in just a couple minutes. And it's always really fun to have something to say when you pop in for your love raid. And today, tell Michelle that the Mod Father sent you. And she'll know what that means, because she's one of my moderators here. And so she's been here the whole time watching. So she'll feel the love. So everybody go over and at least say a quick hello if you can. And yes, I agree. We can't thank you enough for coming in. I really, really appreciate you all being here. I appreciate Jesse and Lisa for coming in and telling us a little bit about your history of how you got your channel started. And
I knew you were going to say that, but I just wanted to put it just in case you forgot.
Oh no, I'm so glad you did.
I knew you were going to say it, but yeah. Love all you guys for coming in. Thank you so much.
I don't know how to get
you even got Bert Window coming all the way from the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. You just thought British Columbia was a long ways. No, Philippines is
yeah,
way
no kidding. No kidding.
Think of that, Bert. Are you going to be at the Alabama meetup?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Only if you go live, then he'll be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll probably be going live on that trip. So, yeah.
I hope so. We have to all live vicariously through those of you who are there.
Right.
So,
well thank you so much for
anything else you want to share with the people that you have going on, or secrets to share with us that you've been hiding that you want to divulge today that what's been going on behind the scenes or anything?
No, just our video coming out in the morning.
Okay.
We have an anniversary coming up next month on the 15th.
And did you say 42 years?
40.
Well, this one will be 40.
This will be 40. It'll be 42 when we get the Alaska.
Okay.
40 years.
That's a long time.
And so,
it's just hard to believe that you've spent that many years with one person.
Right.
The one that got me, the anniversary that got me is when I realized I had been my married name longer than I had been my maiden name. That was the one that was like,
yeah. And like she's been texting more. She was longer than she has been in Oregon, an Oregonian.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Well, thanks again. I think we're going to hop off here, friends. We'll, one thing I always forget at the very end. I usually tell you who I'm going to have as my guest next week, but next week we have a doctor's appointment with my daughter, and you know how that goes. So I'm not scheduling anyone, but I'm hoping to do a pop-up, if nothing else, on the road. So we'll just see what next week brings and be looking for a pop-up live if I do. I hope you all come back.
And we go live Saturday at 5:00 Central.
Okay.
Just let you guys know. We will be back in the saddle.
All right. That's good to know. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Y'all come.